programme will have all the latest from a stabbing which occurred in one of our local schools. In other news, we'll be down Harborne to see what the latest development is and exactly what the locals have to say about it. All that, plus your weather update from Fox.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's news.
Police officers rushed to a school in Birmingham today after a suspected racial attack on a teacher by a student at the school. The student was allegedly reported to have been roaming the corridors with a large kitchen knife, waiting for the teacher who has been named locally as Mr. Trance. Police have said that the suspect struck him down, stabbing him 3 times in the process. Mr. Trance was rushed to a local hospital where he remains in a critical condition. Our reporter Sarah Brooks is at the school. Sarah, this is a pretty appalling story. Is there any more information that you can add?
Appalling scenes reported today that no young person or adult should be subjected to. Speaking to one student who wishes not to be named, they described what they saw as life-changingly memorable for all the wrong reasons. Here at Archbishop Hillsley in Acocks Green, Birmingham, Marvel Trance, who believed to be the victim, has been left in a critical condition after allegedly being stabbed repeatedly by one of his students who cannot be named for legal reasons. The student was supposedly agitated by Mr. Trance's response to a seemingly minor offence. He received a detention by Mr. Trance for not completing his homework. Other students commented how the male student was distressed and on edge throughout the day. According to students, the detention given by Mr. Trance was the tipping point. Sergeant Noel Murphy had this to say.
Today we have witnessed a truly cruel act, the consequences of which are left a 35-year-old teacher in a critical condition. We have arrested one suspect for knife crime, possession of a knife and attempted murder. For legal reasons he cannot be named. However, we'd like to urge parents in the West Midlands and across the UK to keep an eye on their children, as knife crime in schools become increasingly popular. On behalf of Marvel Trance and his family, we'd like to thank everyone for the kind words, but at this difficult moment, they'd like some privacy. Thank you.
In West Midlands schools, there has been an increase in pupils carrying knives. Last year, 11 weapons were detained from students in secondary schools across the Midlands. In the past year, the number of knife crimes have in fact lowered from 17.5% to 11%. It was just unfortunate that Mr. Trance was part of that percentage. All of us from WMN wish him a speedy recovery. Now, over to Chloe Phillips for a lighter story.
After a long year of building and strong competition between supermarkets, Sainsbury's in Harborne is finally open. £3 million was spent on this project, which created over 200 jobs. There have been mixed opinions among the locals as to whether or not this superstore will be a welcome addition to Harborne's High Street, as it threatens many other local businesses. So let's break down the advantages and disadvantages. The advantages of this new supermarket in the area will create over 200 new jobs. Sainsbury's will also be helping with funding for local sporting projects for children aged 11 to 17. Furthermore, it will bring more people from outside of Harborne in, which will allow for more disposable income to be spent in the area. Now for the disadvantages. The supermarket will provide our local businesses with some tough competition. Also, due to the increased influx of people visiting as a result of the development, there will be more traffic that will result in a rise in local pollution levels.
I'm here in the heart of Harborne where a new Sainsbury's superstore opened yesterday. We're here to find out what the locals think of the positives and negatives of having a new superstore open in their community.
Well, it's a disgrace, isn't it? Because all these local businesses, they've been here for decades now. They've all just been taken over. There's no competition. Sainsbury's are going to be the one, isn't it?
I think it's brilliant. It creates new jobs.
That's what the locals had to say. But what do you think? Message us on Twitter, Facebook or via email. Back to the studio.
And now it's time for your local weather report. Here's Fox.
Welcome to tonight's weather. It's a quick update for you. First of all, we'd like to say thank you so much to Brenda for this photo sent in from Small Heath in Birmingham. Unfortunately, this is not the weather we're going to be seeing this evening. There's a storm coming in, Storm Grant. It's passing over from parts of Europe and we're going to get the tail end of that tonight. It's going to be windy, it's going to be wet and it's going to be loud. So please make sure you keep your pets indoors, make sure you lock those doors and get cosy under your duvets. Hopefully by the morning that will have passed and we'll be back to give you an update in the morning. Thank you and good night.